A lot of people ask how Mulligan Mic actually gets filmed. Because it's golfing, it's interviews, it's wind, it's bad shots, and 0 retakes. I don't have a camera crew and I don't slow play the round. So this video is the exact system I use to make that work. This isn't a best camera video. This is how I film the show with a guest who most likely has never operated a camera while still playing real golf and having real conversations. If you've ever tried to film golf content, you've hit the same 3 problems. Camera audio typically dies or is not reliable. Camera slows down the round and annoys everyone. Whatever setup is used once, it's always a pain to repeat. I'm gonna dive into my system that works for me. For Mulligan Mic, the main camera I use is a camcorder, not because it's fancy, but because it's fast, reliable, and anyone that can grab it and hit record. My camcorder of choice is a Panasonic X1600 4K camcorder. A couple things that I really like about this is the big screen that flips and tilts. It has dual card memory slots on here as well for 2 SD cards. It's also really easy because it does have your ND filters built into the camera. And then one of the most important things, it's a 25mm, but it does zoom up to 32 times. And the zooming is really easy for people to learn how to operate because the T just punches in and then the W punches out and it's just pushing away and pushing towards you. So it's really easy to use. The grip here is easy to hand off as well to somebody else. And there is a spot for your microphone, so that way you do capture some really good audio. One of the shining things about this camera is the battery life. This one battery can last me probably a week and a half worth of filming content without it dying. And then there is an internal fan system in here, so it does not overheat on those really hot summer days. Now, this next part matters the most. Audio makes the video. Wind, carts, distance, it all kills the sound fast. My microphone of choice is the Rode Wireless Pro. Now, why these are my trust, you have a charging compact station inside of the carrying case. You have a 2 microphone setup as well. So you'll have your receiver, this is currently on the camera right now, your other microphone, which you guys have seen on me, and then a 3rd one here. So it's easy to hook up to yourself and your playing partner or your guest. The important part with these, they do have 32-bit internal recording in these. So you can start the recording right when it goes and you instantly have a backup. So if your camera audio for whichever reason does not work, you have a backup on these internal recordings as well. There's various ways to attach these. There's little magnet clamps on here, which I don't use because I feel like magnets might fall off during the round. What I use is these lavalier mics that come with these. And I actually attach this wind sock on here. So that way when it does get windy through the round, I know that the audio is going to be good because it's on there. It's going to combat a lot of this between this wind mic and the internal wind reduction in the DaVinci Resolve software. Now, the other really important thing with these microphones is there's no reshoots if they get too far away because it does have that internal recording 32-bit flow onto the actual receivers themselves. Whereas other microphones that are wireless need to be connected to the camera that then records on that. These do also record on that functionality, but it also records internally, so you always have that backup in case your playing partner goes far away to go get a ball, or in case you happen to go far away from that camera as well and you end up losing connection, and then they do reconnect. The card camera exists so we don't miss the moments while we're moving, but it also works for our 9-hole interview questions. What we use is the GoPro Hero 12 Black, with this GoPro media mod on here that does have this shotgun mic and this little windsock as well. Now we do have an ND filter on that I'll touch on a little bit later on in the video, but this is really great because it's super easy to turn on and off. So you just click this and it'll auto start recording, and then you just click it when it's done. You don't have to worry about powering it down. You don't have to worry about powering it up to be able to capture those moments. Now, why the media mod is because it does have this microphone built into it. So there's no audio syncing headaches after you've already shot these. You can just take your clip from here with the audio, throw on any noise reduction that you need to with the wind or with the cart, and you have really smooth, clean audio on here. Now, all my social media clips, my promos, and my vertical content are going to be filmed separately, usually not on the golf course or at the time of that episode. And for that content, my camera choice is the DJI Osmosis Pocket 3, the Creator Combo. So the reason why we use the Creator Combo instead of another camera or one of our bigger cameras It's small, it's discreet, it comes in this really nice carrying pack. You also have a battery on it as well. So this is an extended battery. You have this nice little tripod here that can screw onto the bottom of it to make it stand up on its own. It's very easily to turn on and off, and then you can flip it both from vertical to the horizontal footage without having to make any tweaks or adjustment. Built-in gimbal is incredibly nice as well. It's just controlled with this small joystick here, but it keeps your footage working very smooth. Or how this one sticks out even more is going to be the DJI Mic 2 that comes with this creator package and the windsock. It wirelessly syncs onto the Osmo Pocket 3, so that way you have that audio, you can clip it onto you, and it does also record onto this just in case you get too far away in between shots. Now, if you film anything outside and don't use ND filters, your footage will never look right. That's why I use the Freewell ND filter for the Osmo Pocket 3s and then the Polar Pro ND filters for the GoPro. For the Osmo Pocket 3, has these ND filters that are adjustable through 6 to 9 stop and another one that is 1 to 5 stops. So they just easily spin here, and then they are also magnetic, so they just clip right onto the camera. And then for the GoPro, we have the Polar Pro ND filters that come in a set of 8, 16, and then 32. Lastly, two of the most boring things that actually matter more than what you think is the mounting and the storage. For mounting in the past, I've tried the GoPro suction. For whatever reason, the gas golf carts and the course conditions that we do play here in Nebraska, these just almost instantly fall off and they can ruin your camera. So I don't recommend using one of these. What I recommend instead is going to be the SipTig clamp mount. It easily clamps onto the side of your golf cart, and then this arm is bendable, so you can move that GoPro into different positions that you would want, and it just easily goes into there. For storage, I would either recommend the Samsung Portable SSD T7s or the T9s. I really love both of these because you can edit off of them while you actually store, which is really important. You don't have to move it over to your computer and then save it on here after the fact. Both are just USB-Cs and they read and write incredibly fast. The T9 reads faster than the T7, so you'll just want to keep that in mind. Now that's everything that I film with a partner. When I go out and shoot solo content, this is the exact package that I bring because it's lightweight and it allows me to do everything that I need while not slowing that play at pace. First, we have our tripod of choice. This is just a C-Rate 60-inch carbon fiber, so it is light and it does extend as high as I need it to. This thing is an absolute lifesaver for solo content because you can pick it up, put it in the place that you need it to be, and then hit your shot and then pick it up and carry it on to the next round without having to worry about putting it down. It's very, very lightweight. I think it's like 2 pounds. Next up is going to be the DJI Osmo 3 Creator Combo. It's going to be your microphone that's already connected onto here that's synced wirelessly, and then your camera to film all your golf content. Now you're not going to be able to zoom in because it is just going to be you playing, but you will have that gimbal that you'll be able to quickly adjust. And remember, speed is going to be your friend here. And then you'll want to pair this with those ND filters too. The last piece I think a lot of people miss, but it really speeds up your time and it adds a little bit more flavor for your golf content. Now that's going to be your in-cart camera. We're going to still pair it with our clamp over here, but we're going to use the GoPro Hero 12 and we're just going to do all of our talking head stuff in there to just add a narrative onto there. If you have any additional things, and maybe you can do all your voiceovers so that way you remember what's happening during the round instead of trying to talk while you're playing. You can just talk while you're driving to that next location. And that would be everything when I film solo for any Mulligan Mic stuff. So whether you're filming alone or filming with somebody else, everything I use is linked below, not because you need all of it, but because this exact setup lets me film Mulligan Mic solo and with a playing partner without slowing the round down. Copy what helps and ignore the rest. All of those links will be affiliate links from Amazon, so I do get a small kickback, but let's be honest, you're going to buy it anyways to make some sweet golf content. Please tag me in the golf content that you do make. I would love to see what you're making with the tools that you have. Remember, it's never too late to rewrite your scorecard. Take aim, swing hard, and don't be afraid to take your mulligans.